Welcome to Restorative Yoga. Rosie will be joining us this week. We're going to start in seated position, and reminder, all you need is a mat and some comfortable clothes. So you can make your way to a comfortable cross-legged seat to start. Just placing the hands on the knees and just starting to slow down our breath. Taking big inhales through the nose. Letting the chest and belly rise. We'll take big exhales through the mouth. Just letting it all go. And big inhale. Take up space, and then a big exhale. Feeling everything relax down towards the mat. Continue this breathing pattern on your own, working to lengthen each breath 3 to 4 seconds. Good. We'll get one more deep breath. And then on your next inhale, we're going to go ahead and reach the arms up overhead. Then as we exhale, taking a basket grip, weaving the fingers, we'll bring it behind the head, right in the mouth. We'll hold here. So starting to feel the shoulders and chest open up. And we'll slowly begin to pull down. Just very gentle, bringing chin towards the chest. Feel that nice stretch in the back of the neck. Continuing to sit up nice and tall. Good, we'll get one more deep breath. Big exhale. And as we inhale, we'll slowly begin to rise, bringing the chin back up to face forward. And then keeping our arms up, hands in that basket grip, you can slowly just start to shift left and right. Not a ton of movement here, but just moving as much as comfortable. Maybe you can take little twists instead. You can kind of play around and find what's feeling good today. Good. All right, on our next inhale, we'll start to reach the arms back up overhead. Can undo our basket grip and then bring hands slowly, nice and wide, all the way down to the ground. Once we're at the bottom, we'll keep them on the mat, starting to move into shoulder rolls. As we inhale, we'll raise the shoulders up towards the ears. Then as we exhale, bringing them down the spine. A big inhale up towards the shoulders. Big exhale down the spine. Let's get one more big inhale. And a big exhale. Good. Give the shoulders a little shake. Keeping our hands down on the ground. You can readjust your sitting position if needed. Find a little extra length in the spine as we sit up tall. We'll begin to move into no shakes. So starting to gaze over your right shoulder. Moving as far as comfortable. We'll hold for a moment. Take a deep breath. Good. Then we'll slowly bring it back to the center. Gazing over our left shoulder. We'll hold as far as comfortable. Deep breath. Good. We'll bring it back to the center. One more on each side. Gazing to the right. Moving slowly with purpose. We'll take a deep breath. Bring it back to the center. And gazing to the left. We'll hold for a deep breath. And then bring it back to the center. Good. On our next inhale, we're going to rise back up overhead, reaching with the fingertips. Then as we exhale, we're going to bring that right hand down on the ground for support as we lean over as far as comfortable, getting that big side body stretch. Roll the wrists out, maybe stretch the fingers. Get out any cracks and creaks. We'll take one more big inhale, really reach. And as we exhale, we'll slowly bring both arms back overhead. We'll take a moment to reset. Big inhale, reach to the fingertips. As we exhale, bringing that left hand down for support, reaching over with our right side for that big side body stretch. An option to roll out the wrists, maybe stretch out the fingers. Find whatever movements feel good today. Good. One more big inhale, reach. As we exhale, we'll bring both arms back overhead. Good. From here, we're going to slowly start to drop the right hand down towards the back and give a gentle pull on that right elbow. Just back as far as comfortable. Not a ton of movement here, but we should feel a nice stretch in the triceps on that right side. Let's take one deep breath. And then we'll switch it up. You can stretch and bend with that left elbow. Give a gentle pull back, sit up nice and tall. One deep breath. Good. We'll stretch the arms back out overhead, and this time we're going to gently start to twist to the right side, placing your left hand on the right knee, and we'll hold here, sitting up nice and tall, and you can take your time working into this gentle twist. Really focusing on taking slow, deep breaths. Using the exhales to twist just a little bit deeper as it's comfortable. Take one more deep breath. Good. As we inhale, we'll start to twist to the center, reach overhead. And as we exhale, we'll gently twist to the left, placing the right hand on the left knee, and we'll hold here once again. Sitting up nice and tall, taking those deep breaths to assist with our twist. Really working with those exhales to help deepen that twist as much as you can. Important to listen to your body. We'll take one more deep breath. As we inhale, we'll gently twist back to the center, reach overhead. This time we're going to flow with it. So just take a moment to, let's just reset here. All right, and on your next inhale, reach as tall as you can. And as we exhale, we're going to twist to the right. We'll inhale back to the center, reaching overhead. Then exhale to twist left. One more on each side. Inhale to reach the center. Exhale, twist right. Inhale to reach to the center. And exhale, twist left. Good. We'll inhale to reach the center. Just to bring those hands back down to the lap. Slow and with control. All right. Keeping our legs crossed, we're going to go ahead and begin to slowly walk our hands forward, going to our first hinge, forward fold, just going as far as comfortable. Really like this version. It's easily controlled. You get plenty of support with the hands being out front. Just kind of work your way down, maybe walking the hands out a little further. Really working to keep the sits bones on the ground, not letting the glutes and hips lift up. And if you'd like, you could drop chin towards the chest. Or to relax the lower back, soften the face. Good. We'll take one more deep breath. We'll slowly begin to walk our hands up, just shifting one the other. Good. All right, from here, we're gonna roll ourselves forward, making our way to all fours. You can take your time getting in position here. Hands should be directly below shoulders, knees are below the hips. We'll move into cat and cow once you're ready for it. So as we take a big inhale, we're gonna drop the belly down, lift the gaze, and lift the tailbone. Then as we exhale, we're gonna round out the spine, pulling the shoulder blades apart and pressing through the palms. Another big inhale to drop the belly down, lift the gaze, lift the tailbone. Then a big exhale to round out the spine, really exaggerate that movement. One more big inhale, swooping down to lift the gaze. Then a big exhale as we round out the spine. We'll make our way to a neutral tabletop position. You can take some time if you want to roll out the wrists, maybe stretch the fingers. Good. All right, from here, we're going to slowly start to extend our left foot back behind us. Push the heel down towards the ground, and we're going to hold this position. Moving into a nice calf stretch. Just breathing nice and deep. Working to keep that back flat, not letting it droop down. Working to tuck that tailbone down. Good. Now, if you'd like, you can start to add some movement here. Gently rocking forward, backward. Stretch out the toes, the foot, the ankle. Just get some gentle movement going. It'll take one more deep breath. All right, we'll find some stillness here. We'll begin to pull that foot across to the opposite side of the mat. So bring it to the right corner. And once you make it there, we're gonna gently gaze back towards that foot. Should feel a nice hip glute stretch. It's a good side body stretch. We're not holding here for long. Let's take 2 deep breaths. Good. After your second deep breath, you can slowly pull that left foot back to the left side of your mat, and then we'll return left knee to the mat. You can take a moment if you need to roll the wrists out, give a little relief, you can do so. Then we'll get ready to switch to the other side. So we'll start to get situated here. Bringing that right foot back, straightening out the leg. And we'll start to push that heel down towards the ground, finding that lovely calf stretch. And we're keeping our back nice and flat, keeping that tailbone tucked down. Give ourselves a strong base to work with. Now, if you'd like, you can begin to add some gentle movement, rocking forward and backward. Stretching out the toes, the foot, the ankle. Some nice movement here. Continuing those deep breaths. Good. We'll find some stillness. And then we'll draw that foot across to the left corner, crossing it over. And once you make it to the corner, we'll let our gaze follow, glancing back towards that foot. We'll hold here, finding that nice hip, glute, side body stretch. A little bit of the neck too. We'll take 2 deep breaths. Whenever you've completed that second deep breath, and slowly bring that foot back to the right corner of your mat, and then we'll return right knee to the mat. Walk the knees out as wide as comfortable. Bring the big toes to touch. Then we'll sink the hips down towards the heels in child's pose, letting the arms just walk forward and the forehead rest to the mat. It's a great release after all that pressure on the wrists, after all the sitting we've already done. Just let the whole body be heavy here, letting it melt down to the mat. And still getting a nice full body stretch here, reaching through the fingertips, stretching out the shoulders, the back, the hips. And this is a good place to bring some awareness to the breath, feeling the chest rise with every inhale, feeling the body sink down with the exhale. Let's take 2 more deep breaths. Good. Then after that second deep breath, we'll slowly begin to rise, bring ourselves forward, walk the knees back in towards the center. And we'll make our way back to a seated position. So you're going to shift onto the hip, lift the legs forward. Right. We'll slowly begin to bring the feet together in the center with knees out nice and wide for butterfly pose. You can start to sink down, gently press the knees down towards the mat. Another nice deep hip stretch. And let the chin drop down towards the chest. Find that stretch in the back of the neck if you'd like. Really focusing on breathing into the hips, into the inner thigh. We'll take 2 more deep breaths. And after that second deep breath, we'll begin to lift ourselves back up. We'll straighten out the right leg, keep the left leg right where it is. Maybe just pull it in a little bit closer. Going for a single leg forward fold. We'll make sure we're sitting up nice and tall. Left hand can stay down on the ground. We'll inhale to reach the right arm up overhead. And as we exhale, we'll fold down, reaching towards the knee, the shin, or the toes. Just folding down as far as comfortable to get that hamstring stretch, little back stretch. If it's feeling a little tight today, you can also take a bend in the knee, just so we can fold down a little bit further. It's always a great option. We'll do our best to relax the shoulders, soften the face. Let's take 2 more deep breaths. So whenever you're done with that second deep breath, we'll roll ourselves up the leg with control. We'll keep that right leg right where it is. This time we're just going to twist that left leg up and flip it on over. We'll use the right hand to give a little hug and pull that leg in close to feel a nice stretch in the IT band. And then we'll use the left hand to support us as we gently twist open. We'll hold here just for 2 deep breaths. Nice gentle twist, nice IT band stretch. Whenever you're done with your second deep breath, twist back to the center. You can release the left leg. We'll switch sides. So straightening that left leg out. The right leg is just going to come in to touch the inner thigh or as close as comfortable. Moving into our single leg forward fold. Right hand can just stay resting on the ground. We'll inhale to reach that left arm up overhead. And as we exhale, we'll fold forward, reaching towards the knee, the shin, or the toes. Always an option to take a bend in the knee so you can fold down a little bit further. Give the hamstrings a little assistance if they're feeling tight today. We'll do our best just to let the body relax. Try to release any tense areas. Good. We'll take 2 more deep breaths. Maybe trying to get down a little bit further if we can. Whenever you've completed that second deep breath, you can roll your way up the leg. Keep our left leg straightened out. We'll just flip that right knee in, can adjust, and we'll flip it on over, crossing on top of that left leg. We'll use the left hand to give a nice hug so we feel that IT band stretch. And then we'll place the right hand behind us as we twist open. Use it for support to keep yourself upright. We'll take 2 deep breaths. Good. And after your second deep breath, we'll gently pull back to the center. You can release that right leg. Now, last seated posture here. We'll start with our legs loosely bent, kind of position a little bit wider than hip width. And then we're going to start by turning our way over to the right. You can use the hands to support just as we twist as far as comfortable. Rotate back to the center, and then we'll switch sides, twisting to the left. Bring it back to the center. Go back to the right. You can move at your own pace. Our goal is to just mobilize the hips, keeping the legs around 90 degrees or even a little bit wider of an angle. Definitely adjust whatever is comfortable today. Let's get 1 more on each side, wherever you're at. Moving slowly with control. And you can take your time, make your way to the center. And then we will Lay all the way down on the mat so you can roll one vertebra at a time. Taking your time, you can make adjustments. We'll have the legs bent to start here. So once we're all situated, we'll cross the left foot over the right knee. You can either stay here, applying gentle pressure on the knee so we feel that nice IT band stretch, or you can grab behind the right hamstring, pull it in close for a seated figure four. Or laying down figure four, I should say. If you do have your leg up in the air, you can add in some rock side to side. You can roll out the right ankle, maybe flex and extend the leg. There's lots of different movements to play around with to add on to this pose. Take one more big breath. And then we'll plant the right foot on the ground, keeping that left leg crossed over. We're going to gently rotate to bring that foot as close to the ground as comfortable. Working to keep our shoulder blades flat on the ground. And once you get down here, we're going to bring the arms out nice and wide to a T to stretch through the chest, through the shoulders. Just straightening out the arm, nothing fancy, nothing crazy. Take two more deep breaths here. Whenever you're done with that second deep breath, first you can bring the hands back to your sides, and then we'll pull the legs to the center, releasing the left leg, and then we'll cross the right foot over the left knee with our same options of either keeping the leg on the ground, applying gentle pressure to that right knee, or you can peel the foot up, grab behind the hamstrings, and hold here. If you do have your leg lifted, and you can add that gentle rock side to side to massage the back. And roll out the ankle on the left foot, left side. And you can play around with extending and flexing the leg. Feel free to mix and match. Also find stillness. It's really up to you with whatever's feeling good on this day. Wherever you're at, we'll take two more deep breaths. Nice and slow. Whenever you're done with your second deep breath, we'll slowly release the left foot down to the mat, keeping the right foot crossed over. We'll just let it fall down as close to the ground as comfortable while keeping our shoulder blades flat. Once you're situated, you can go ahead and extend the arms out, nice and big, nice and wide. Breathing nice and easy. Aiming for 3 to 4 seconds for each breath. All right, we'll take 2 more deep breaths here. Awesome job. We'll slowly bring our hands back to our sides and then pull the legs to the center with assistance as needed. We'll uncross the right foot. On your next inhale, we'll go ahead and draw both knees into the chest just for a moment. You can find some stillness, give them a good hug. You can also rock side to side. Maybe draw circles with the knees. Sure to switch directions if you do draw circles. But keep it even. Good. We'll take 2 more deep breaths. Pull those knees in close. Good. When you're done with your second deep breath, you can release the legs, letting the feet find the ground first. And then we'll walk them out nice and wide to take up a little bit of space here. We'll just take 3 final deep breaths and go at your own pace. If you'd like, you can place a hand on the chest and on the belly. Really aiming to get that belly hand to rise and follow with our breath. After your third deep breath, go ahead and reach the arms up overhead, really stretch through the fingertips. And as we exhale, we'll bring the palms together and down to the forehead at third eye center. Please know that you are more than welcome to continue practicing on your own if you want to add on to this today. Otherwise, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to join me for this slow restorative practice. We'll seal our time together with Namaste.